Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Michele McCormack. The NTSB spokesperson lost his composure this evening, if only for a moment, while giving an update on that deadly plane collision at Reagan National Airport on Wednesday. First responders recovered 42 victims from the Potomac River. That means 25 remain. In the latest briefing tonight, the NTSB said what air traffic control saw as the altitude of the military helicopter differs from the video that shows it as the same height as the approaching passenger plane, which apparently made a pitch upwards seconds before impact. The spokesperson then expressed frustration that often the agency's recommendations after disasters just sit there.
We have several hundred recommendations open for aviation. You want to do something about it? Adopt the recommendation of the NTSB. You'll save lives. Get off and do something. I don't want to have to meet with those parents like that again.
Congressman Tony Weed is in Northeast Wisconsin this weekend. While visiting with constituents in De Pere yesterday, he spoke about ensuring air travel safety and said it's too soon to know what changes need to be made.
But I am looking forward to getting involved and digging in and being involved in that investigation to make sure that it doesn't happen again. You should feel safe to be able to be on a plane and get to your destination. I flew yesterday. I'm going to fly again on Tuesday back to Washington, back to Reagan International Airport.
Questions over control tower staffing persist, even though we do not know yet if that was a factor in the crash. Meantime, in Philadelphia, authorities are asking the public to be on the lookout for the black box of that medical jet that crashed into several homes near a shopping mall shortly after takeoff. 6 people on the plane, including a child patient, died, along with a bystander on the ground. The debris field is 4 to 6 blocks long. At least 19 people were hurt, including a man sitting at a booth in a diner 2 blocks away from the crash site. Northeast Wisconsin could see some snow showers tonight and into tomorrow morning. Storm Team 5's Ryan Kudish joins us now with what to expect. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, Michelle. Yeah, snow showers moving in here tonight. Really haven't talked about snow in a while. It's really been a pretty wimpy and meager January. We only had about 2 inches of snow on the ground, so certainly this is the first time we've talked about snow in a little while. It's starting to move in right now. We're starting to see some light returns here on the radar. We had a few snow showers passing up across our northernmost counties here during the early afternoon. Now, this is just the start of it. It doesn't look like a lot. We have some better forcing off in northwestern Wisconsin. That's going to start to move in here, say, a little bit after midnight. So this is our next weather maker. It's moving in now till about, say, 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will develop out west and overspread the area during the overnight hours. So temperatures are going to be in the upper 20s to right around 30 during much of this event. So it's going to be that heavy, wet type of snow. So expect some slippery or slushy travel out the door tomorrow morning. Now, most will get about 1 to 2, maybe a few spots getting up to 3 inches of snow. We've had to make a few adjustments. Areas south and west of Appleton will get a little bit less in this system. So notice on Futurecast, the snow showers will start to overtake the area overnight. Will continue at least through the early morning hours tomorrow. Say around 8 or 9 o'clock, the system will exit. We'll just be left with cloudy skies and some areas of drizzle as we go throughout Sunday afternoon. So your snowfall forecast, most of us get about 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of snow. Then here's that area lower than Appleton. We'll get about 1 inch or less for the system. So notice on your road conditions map, we'll see some slushy travel on the morning, but we'll see some snow melting during the afternoon. I'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes.
We'll see you then. Thank you, Ryan. Concerns about gas prices and how high they could go in Wisconsin after President Trump followed through with his promise and imposed tariffs on 3 trading partners, including Canada. Willie James Inman reports tonight on other possible impacts.
President Trump throwing the first punch in a fight with America's largest trading partners. Imports from Canada and Mexico will be hit with a tariff of 25%. Imports from China, 10%. The president says the tariffs are a reaction to illegal migration, illicit fentanyl, and trade deficits.
Number one is the people that have poured into our country so horribly and so much. Number two are the drugs, fentanyl, and everything else.
Government data shows over 21,000 pounds of illicit fentanyl was seized at the U.S. southern border during fiscal year 2024. But only 43 pounds of the drug was seized at the Canadian border. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said the country is at a critical moment.
We're ready with a response, a purposeful, forceful, but reasonable, immediate response.
Nearly 30% of all imports to the U.S. come from Canada and Mexico. Experts say prepare for sticker shock on everything from Mexican tequila and avocados to Canadian supplied car parts, energy, and lumber.
a tariff at the end of the day for Americans, it's a tax. There will be pain for Americans at the gas pump and other places.
The White House also put a 10% tariff on energy imports from Canada, which is the largest supplier of both oil and natural gas to the United States. Willie James Inman, CBS News, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Keeping it local tonight, a new hotspot for fun and fitness just opened its doors in Green Bay. Local 5's Daniel Schuster was rubbing elbows with none other than football standout Mark Tauscher for the grand opening of the Pickler.
The Pickler in Green Bay had its grand opening, making its first home in the state of Wisconsin and the 28th club in the United States.
Unbelievable turnout. We have members, we have non-members here, we have members of the community, people traveling from all the way in Marinette, down by Oshkosh. We have people coming from everywhere to come out and just see the facility. We like to say we're the country club for pickleball. It's going to be high-end, it's going to be the best pickleball you can find, and it's right here in Green Bay.
Located on Holmgren Way, the grand opening had people from every which direction, filling up the courts and even having a chance to play against Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
What's great, coming up for a Packer game, come over, you can play, and it's, you don't have to worry about wind and all the other stuff. So the Pickler group has been fantastic to work with, and we could not be more excited to have our first spot here in Green Bay.
The Indoor Pickleball Club is also providing a sense of community.
It doesn't matter how old you are, you find different skill levels that you can play with, and everybody can play it. And it's just a great way to kind of form a community because we have community spots that you sit, there's corporate events that you can do.
The fastest growing sport in the United States provides a fun-filled workout with anyone from any age.
The age 18 to 34 group is the fastest growing age group within pickleball. So this sport's not going away. Yes, the older folks love it. Everyone loves it. I got grandsons with granddad.
It's a great way to just get together with your buddies. Everybody's life is busy, you have kids, and it's hard to kind of get together. You can go play for 2 or 3 hours, grab a coffee, grab a beverage after.
In Green Bay, Daniel Schuster, Local 5 News.
And Daniel tells us the courts at the Pickler are in accordance with standards from the Professional Pickleball Association. The Green and Gold movie had its second day in theaters. The film is playing across the nation this week, but its roots are here in Northeast Wisconsin. Shot in Door County, the movie tells the story of a fourth-generation dairy farmer who's facing foreclosure. And to save the farm, he bets it all on the Green Bay Packers. Well, during these times of high food prices, there's a Green Bay nonprofit helping to feed those who can't afford to shop at the grocery store. Local 5's Tom Zalaski sat down with the Assistant Executive Director at Paul's Pantry. Started by Leo Frigo, the pantry prides itself on offering a dignified setting for families and seniors.
We have a scale in our checkout area, so there's not a cash register per se because everything's free, but we do have a scale where we weigh the product as it leaves for each individual family. And right now we're averaging about 20 to 25,000 pounds of food going out the door every day, 5 days a week.
To hear the full conversation, tune in to Newsmaker Sunday tomorrow morning starting at 7. And stay with us. Your full forecast with Ryan is coming up after this.